This is Mike Franklin, a property tax guy and assessor audit, and today I'm going to review with you a letter I got from the mayor's office from the City of Syracuse, Mayor Ben Walsh, and as you can see, it was signed by Ben Walsh. And what it says is, Mr. Franklin, this letter is a response to your appeal of the above referenced FOIL request. You appealed the City of Syracuse May 12, 2023, and it was unable to locate records of comparable sales reports or cost report data relative to 7 Brattle Road. I have foiled the same data for numerous properties, and I get the same answer every time. On May 26, 2023, the Office of the Corporation Counsel confirmed that with the Department of Assessment that no records of comparable sales reports or cost report data exist relative to 7 Brattle Road. Because no records exist relating to this request, your appeal is denied. Okay? So, and like I said, it's signed by Ben Walsh himself, the mayor of the City of Syracuse. So, let me show you how that might be contradictory. This, if we zoom in a little bit here, says comparable sales report from the New York State Real Property System. So they're using a program provided to the municipalities across the state that generates comparable sales reports that the mayor, Ben Walsh, says does not exist. I have that in my hand. I have that report in my hand as we speak. You can hear it, you know. But Mayor Ben Walsh says it doesn't exist. But here it is. Every one of my FOIL requests that they have denied. But yeah, here it is. Comparable sales report. State of New York. And so the next question is, where did I get this? Well, yesterday I had a small claims assessment review case in the City of Syracuse, and the assessor handed this to the hearing officer. Well, what he didn't realize is that he's supposed to bring 2 copies, one for me and one for the hearing officer. It's a public hearing, and this is public information. And but he was counting on the hearing officer not giving me the copy, but the hearing officer did. So I wrote the following email to the mayor's office, and I carbon copied the hearing officer, the assessor, the law department of Syracuse, City of Syracuse. I sent it to syracuse.com, and the New York State Committee on Open Government. And in it I wrote, the assessment and law offices made a liar out of the mayor's office. Per the mayor's office, attached FOIL denial letter, which I just read you, that indicated the city has no comparable sales report. I find it interesting that you were unable to locate comparable sales report. Seeing as I secured it from your assistant assessor yesterday in the small claims assessment review hearing, Ed Fold, the assistant assessor, brought the report to a public small claims assessment review hearing, which means it is public data. He was so upset I secured it that he physically threatened me with violence in the hallway outside the hearing, room 106, City Hall. The corruption appears to go top down from the mayor's office, as is evidenced by the attached comparable sales report that the mayor's office says does not exist, and signed by the mayor himself. It sure seems to exist, seeing as I have it in my hand as I send this email. I have it in my hand. So that's the way the City of Syracuse rolls. They deny all your FOIL requests, and sometimes it's hard to catch them. But I think this one is pretty incontrovertible. Pretty darn incontrovertible. Let's take a look at that letter once again. FOIL request, view. Mayor Ben Walsh says that they don't have these reports, and obviously they do. And I participated in more than 250 of these hearings, and every municipality provides these reports, except for the City of Syracuse, who says it does not exist. So, you know, did Ben Walsh really participate in all this, or did he just, or was this a rubber stamp? It looks like an actual pen. It looks like he did, in fact, sign it himself. But did he really read it? Did he really understand what was going on? This is just very their behavior is untrustworthy, and I'm going to tell you, their board of assessment review is untrustworthy as well. Some of the things that I've experienced with those people, they ignored an appraisal of a commercial licensed New York State real estate appraiser who actually went to the property, and other people on the property went to the bar, and they ignored it. And there's case law that indicates the appraisal is authoritative, but they just ignore it because they're corrupt. I can't. How can you think otherwise when you see this letter that's just a blatant lie by the mayor of the city of Syracuse? It's pretty outrageous. It's Mike Franklin, the property tax guy.